What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the channel, everyone. 2023 is here and we're going back at the roots. I started the game with Elhain. In today's video, we're gonna have a look at God Mode Elhain, fully awakened, call her world's strongest or whatever you guys want, but she's gonna get the best gear that I have on the account and we're gonna see what we can do with her. This is not a guide, this is more of a let's do a stupid video today, let's have a bit of fun. That sort of vibe, you know. Let me know, how is your Saturday going, guys? What have you been up to? Spending with the family, opening shards, just doing the daily shenanigans in Raid? You've been watching some nice TV series or a nice film? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, I need a good film to watch. Like, is nothing else left out there? Tell me a good film. But talking about Elhain, guys, rare champions cannot be empowered, okay? So they've been power crept a bit. If you're thinking about legendaries, epics being empowered, but we can awaken them. So I moved the gear from this bad boy all the way to Elhain. I'm gonna show you two different builds, okay? The first build is gonna be for the shenanigans. The second one is the one that I'm currently using on the champion. And actually I'm using that on every single starter champion. And funny enough, I am using every single starter champion in the end game, and most probably, most of the people that are in the very end game, they do because of secret rooms, right? We actually have like, what, 4 or 5 different secret rooms where we gotta use the starter champions. It's not a necessity, but there are no better options out there. And funny enough, I have all of them built the same. And talking about that, let me quickly show you something, guys. We're gonna get legendary version for the starter champions. This was leaked on Reddit. They're just avatars, so most probably are coming with the anniversary. Check it out how cool it looks. So that's Elhain. We have Atel, Gallic, and of course we have Kale or Prince Kale, how that guy said it in the interview. So they are avatars. I wouldn't be surprised if they would release a legendary version for these champions, guys, because it's been 4 years, man. We have the epic versions, we have the rare versions, are just the legendary missing, you know. So I'm pretty convinced that at some point they might release a legendary version for the starter champions. Talking about this God Mode Elhain. So having her at 6-star awakened, guys. I have Phantom Touch on her. I'm gonna explain you that in just a second. But you're getting 300 attack, 15% extra crit damage. Now 300 attack is actually pretty solid, considering that her base attack is pretty low, her survivability is not that great. Everything definitely helps quite a bit. Talking about the blessings, why I got Phantom Touch. Rare champions, you only have 8 different blessings available, and you're kind of like, okay, what should I get? This doesn't help, this doesn't help. This will help if we're farming bosses with her, but we're not really gonna do that, so this kind of like becomes a bit irrelevant as well. And honestly, the only thing that makes sense is Phantom Touch. Now, this will give us extra damage, but only on single targets. I really wish that on the next divinities, they're gonna bring something a bit better for rare champions to be used except Phantom Touch, you know. But this is giving us some nice extra stats, and of course we have the bonus damage, which is gonna bring in quite a bit. The harder we hit, the better the damage as well. She does have 2 AoE attacks. I mean, this becomes AoE, this hits all enemies 2 times, this is a single hit. You know what the starter champions do. The base stats are not that great, but with this casting gear that I moved from Baron, you see, is ascended as well. So many things changed in the game in the last few years, man. Like, I've done a similar video around 2 years ago. I took all the starter champions to Platinum Arena. I pretty much destroyed everything with them. But then the meta was different, okay? Because you're going first or you are finding a way to go second and bang, nuke, game over. Now it doesn't work like that anymore. Stone Skin reaction, God knows what other things we have in there, you know, and so many powerful champions. That's the weapon. That's the helmet right here. We have the shield. No crit damage on this, unfortunately. Crit damage gauntlet with extra crit damage. Attack chest piece with extra attack. The boots didn't give us what we needed, but that's fine. I have an attack ring on her. The accessories are not crazy, so I actually haven't moved the accessories from Itos. Attack banner. And I have a crit damage amulet. In terms of masteries, offense and defense tree, support tree won't benefit this champion at all. We went for Helm Smasher as tier 6. I got Blade Disciple just because I had extra crit rate already. But kind of like typical for a nuker. And total stats, guys, we have 6,576 attack, 164 speed, because we don't need the champions fast anymore. Not for this meta. If you're playing in gold, bronze, silver, yes, you need your champions faster. 100 crit rate and 304 crit damage. Absolutely disgusting for an Elhain. Let's take her in for a spin on stage 23 on the Dragon Slayer. That's where we're testing all the damage champions. I'm so curious to see what we can actually do there. Stage 23, here we come. Defense down, weaken, increase attack, pretty much everything that we need. I'm very curious to see if we're gonna one-shot anyone. And probably some of you guys out there that don't have a very good sense of humor today will be like, any champion will hit hard in this gear. Yes, they will do, but that's not the point. God mode Elhain, baby, representing our starter champions. Let's all go back to the roots and show them some love, you know? So we're gonna start with the A3. This is kind of like her main skill. Whoa! 121, 100... We almost one-shot everyone, man. That's actually disgusting. So crazy. Very, very nice damage around on pretty much everyone. You see, that's the thing with the starter champions. And the thing with, yeah, every champion will do damage. The starter champions actually have very good multipliers compared to a lot of other nukers in the game. And a lot of you guys out there don't actually know it, you know? I have friends 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, that they were using starter champions as their main nukers because they didn't have better options. And that's mainly because we didn't have that many options for nukers 2 years ago. We had what? We had Foley, we had Ray, we had Tranda, and that's pretty much it. Big Gun, you know, that was the meta actually, because we didn't have other options, you know. Let's come back to it again, so we have all the debuffs, all the buffs in order. And this time around, we're gonna start with the other skill, you know. Elhain, let's hit that lure right here. First hit, 143k, 95k, that's very nasty. Now, it doesn't hit as hard as the other skill because it only had one hit on the other champions. But it's still a pretty impressive number, you know. It seems like she hits for 100k roughly with every single hit, you know. Let's see it again. Are we gonna manage to take a turn before? I think we are. 90k, 86. Okay, almost there. A bit of counter attack. Let's do it more. Enough with it. Let's take her into arena and see if we can actually beat some teams with her. We're gonna kind of like pretend that we don't have a better nuker. We're gonna go in here. We're not in Platinum Arena at the moment, guys, but we're pretty high in Gold 5, so we should be able to find some teams to fight in here. I'm gonna kind of like take her in as I would go in with Baron. So probably I won't need a Necrit in here. She's a bit squishier than most of the other nukers because she's a rare champion. And no, do not try this at home, okay? Don't use your Elhain in Platinum Arena or in Arena generally, only if you are progressing. If you have better nukers, some of them, they will benefit you more. They have slightly higher base attack as epics, etc. So they will bring in more damage on your best gear. But this is just for the giggles. Just for the giggles. Let's take in this. So that's kind of like something that I would normally use. I'm not stripping buffs from anyone or anything like that, you know. But there we go. So we don't have defense down either. Kaimar is not here for the strip. No strip show for you guys today. But let's see. Duchess, Sifi, Tranda. Bang! Go down. No defense down because we don't need it. That Sifi seems like she had kind of like a different opinion on all this situation here. She was like, no, I'm gonna stay alive. I'm just not gonna do you the favor, you know. What can we do, right? What can we do? So let's do that so DK cannot do anything. And now we're gonna come again with a nuke. Bang! Game over. Game over. Pretty solid damage from our Elhain here, guys. Pretty solid damage. We haven't tested if we can... I mean, we should one-shot on stage 20 every single wave, actually. Yeah, like... No-brainer. She's gonna one-shot him if she almost one-shots stage 23, yeah. What am I even talking about, you know? What am I even talking about? Let's see. Look at this one. Wow. Look at this one. This is Ursaga Cardial. I'm so curious how we're gonna perform here. Wow. They will have some damage reduction. Stone Skin, yeah. Stone Skin Martyr, that's a first. Okay. Why not? Why not? Okay, so he uses his skill. Juicy, juicy. Let's see. They have strengthened, they had the shield on, so a lot of things they were not in our favor here, you know. That's fine. Because we're not gonna reset just yet, because we have 2 AoE skills, right? Let's make the most out of it. We're gonna smack that Cardial now again when we're gonna get our turn. We don't need to be very fast because of reaction, and sometimes you might want to leave that Stone Skin to expire, you know. I'm definitely gonna go get back on doing arena videos, guys, and platinum resets and stuff like that, so stay tuned for it. Seems like we're a bit just too slow for that. That Cardial stood no chance, man. Reset, and then we're gonna wreck them again. I'm curious who didn't got locked here. Ah, Mitrala didn't got locked. Okay, I was gonna say somebody. Ah, of course. Of course you had to do that to me. So we're gonna have to go single target now. We're gonna have to go single target instead, because look what happened. Let's kill that Martyr. Let's kill that Martyr before she's gonna create us any more issues. And we're gonna go AoE from here on. We should be able to start knocking some of them down. They have that defense up, which, okay, we took one down because she doesn't care about increased defense and the rest, and we still have one left. But hey, we're fighting the mama here, the big mama. So yeah, it will take us a bit longer to knock the team down. But hey, Elhain, 294k damage. She's doing the job, definitely. Let's refresh, see if we find something a bit more juicy. What else do we have here? Ooh, Cupid as Venus. I'm not going there. I am not going there. Look at all these. Lots of +4s, empowerment, parents. 568k power. You know what? I just can't help it. I literally can't help it. And I'm not even... I kind of need to go like this, actually, yeah. No, I don't actually. I don't need to do that. You know what? I'm literally gonna go like I would use my normal offense team. So let me just stop that. Stop this nonsense. Let's go. I'm curious if that Sif is faster, but even though she does have the +2, I'm not scared of that Sifi. Is she faster? She's not. She's not. So now nobody can actually wreck my Elhain. You know, I have her protected like this, and we're just gonna slowly go in and see if we can actually wreck this team like there's no tomorrow. Bang! 2 of them down. Of course, she had to counterattack, because if no, life wouldn't be as good. Just general stuff, nothing crazy there, though. Nothing crazy. That Baron almost ate my Duchess alive. Damn. So we're actually... Or no, we're not gonna reset. We're gonna wait a bit longer, just in case. Because right now, she should be wrecking everybody. Damn, big mistake that I haven't reset it, you see? Okay, Baron is still alive. Is he gonna wreck us, or we're gonna wreck him? I think we got this covered. I think we got this covered. Seems like, yeah, she's no Baron. She's no Baron in offense, but she's doing the job on some of these teams. 568k power. That was actually a disgusting team. Disgusting team. Double my team power almost. Let me quickly change her build to the one that I'm normally running in endgame. Kind of like to give you guys an idea. This is kind of like where the video becomes a bit of a guide, and you're actually gonna end up in living with something from here. So let's move our gear back on Baron, because hey, Elhain, she had enough fun with the gear. She tried some crazy things. It's time to go back to her own gear, you know, like she likes to... She gets sentimental with all these things, you know. Let's quickly move everything back. Where are the gloves? Where are the gloves? They should be... Actually, they're not from this set, you see? I was looking at the wrong set. I was like, why I can't see the gloves? Because They are from the Cruel set. And that should be right here. We have the shield as well, which is on Elhain. There we go. Extra attack. Sending the gear will actually give you some decent stats if you hit the right stat, you know. If no, like forget about it, because you're not getting the juice. Right, Baron, back on it. So now we can actually go and build our Elhain. So I'm running every single one of the starter champions, guys, on a stun set, you know. The accessories are her own accessories. I actually haven't changed that from nobody, so we're gonna get to keep that. But I had a cruel set on her as well. I think were those gloves, if I'm not mistaken. 5-star gloves. And we had a 5-star weapon, which was that. And we have the stun set. Now these pieces, I honestly can't remember which ones were. I think that's one. Shield-wise, there was 2. I can still glyph some things in terms of speed, in terms of improving the stats. Now, how I mentioned, you're gonna use Elhain, guys, on secret rooms mainly. I'm running her in Faction Wars as well, because a lot of times you have the daily quest, right? The advanced quest. Use a rare champion in Faction Wars, or do some nonsense like this with rare champions. I tend to keep, if possible, a rare champion in some of these factions, and like that I just have it covered, you know. I don't have to worry about it, because they're gonna get completed. Now I'm gonna have to change the masteries as well, because these are not the masteries that I'm normally keeping on her. The main reason for it, the hardest secret rooms in the game require us to use the starter champions, you know, and you want to make sure you're constantly stunning the waves and things. If no, it's just so much harder to complete those. Like, they're gonna one-shot you. You're gonna get obliterated if no. We're actually gonna go this way, and we're gonna go all the way down to Fearsome Presence, guys, okay? And we're gonna try to pinch a leech every now and then. So if we're gonna go with the extra crit rate, because we're gonna need it, and we're still gonna go in a similar way here, but I'm gonna get Life Drinker instead. That's gonna help us every now and then. We're gonna try to go for more speed. We're gonna go for Cycle of Violence in here. I'm gonna get Bring It Down and Methodical, and we're gonna go for Kill Streak. That's gonna increase our damage a bit. The tier 6 is going to be Fearsome Presence to help us with the stun. So this is the build that I'm running on my Elhain, guys. I do have her Awaken at 6-star, which gives her some extra stats. Phantom Touch is a nice addition to get some more damage all around. Her stats are not as crazy anymore, but are still very solid. Almost 5,000 attack, 198 speed, full crit rate, 247 crit damage. You see her HP, defense is nothing too crazy, because hey, rare champions, they don't have the most amazing base stats in the game. But that was all for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below how many of you guys are still using their starter champions. Very, very curious to know that. Would you guys like to see legendary versions for all of these starter champions, or you'll be happy just to get avatars? Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.